Been around the top queffers in my city. Road or the walk, there's no pressure for me really. Tackers them my silly, up the retters for my killie. One phone call will have the steppers on a milli. Fighting my demons, trying to tame the bang and rimmy.
Yo, SVLIDGE. Life in this ghetto environment. Today I want to tell you about something that's affected me a lot, and the older I've got, the worse it's got. A lot of people don't really know or in tune with certain things that's going on within their body. I want to talk about your gut today, well, my gut, yeah. The first time that I realized that it was a bit fragile, should I say, is I think it was my early 20s when I started to drink that. I've never really been a fizzy fan, do you know what I mean? But when I got into my 20s, I realized that after drinking, I couldn't even finish a can of fizzy drink. Like, as soon as I sip one sip, I'm burping over the top, do you know what I'm saying? Like, the drink become unenjoyable. So ever since then, I'd never drunk fizzy drinks. But I just put it down to, oh yeah, fizzy drinks ain't for me. But at the same time, I started to notice that I used to get a lot of acid reflux, but I didn't know what to attribute it to. So there'll be many times during the day where I can feel the burn. I might have ate recently, I'm burning. I might have not been eating recently, I'm burning. And I just never knew what it was. And I never had access to the knowledge basically to find out what it was. So you go through life kind of as a man, just getting on with it, innit? So I got on with it. What else? Yeah, like I've always had a bad diet. I've been fussy from young. I've got like food traumas and that. So now I only eat certain things. Not only eat certain things, but there's certain things that I will not eat, that I will not touch. I don't eat egg. I don't eat no type of fish. I don't eat mushrooms. I don't eat sweet corn. That's just to name a few. I don't really like trying new foods that I'm not familiar with. Um, yeah. So basically, I've always had something. I never attributed it to my gut in it, but it was always something funny around eating or drinking something. Do you know what I'm saying? And then in my later prison sentences now, obviously a lot of people like to cook in the kettles or we cook on the hot ring or whatever. But see, in prison, people like to overcompensate with seasoning. So you be chucking in some of that, you be chucking in some of that, some of that, some of, do you know what I'm saying? And before you know it, you've used like a, you know what I mean? That thing swimming in seasonings. Yeah, and then, do you know what I mean? Especially when you're cooking for multiple people, innit? You just batter it. So that affected me, and it even developed into a cystic lesion on my vocal cord. Basically, what it was is because I was eating so much food that was giving me acid reflux. My reflux became so bad that it burnt holes in my vocal cord, and I ended up getting infected and having like a lesion on my vocal cord. So for about 3 months of me being in prison to about 4 months ago, maybe 5 months ago, my voice changed. It was very husky. I was out of breath. I couldn't breathe properly. I had non-stop mucus collecting. I would always have to clear my throat. When I was eating food, it would be sore. It felt like it's getting stuck in my throat. It's really bad. That's when I started to realize, okay, your gut, like you have to mind what you're doing. You have to know what you're eating. And I started paying more attention to it. Some people clock on early with this gluten-free stuff and vegans and whatnot, but me, being a man, a black man at that, might just get on with it. And we got bigger problems to worry about, bigger priorities. in our head that's what you think at the time. But no, man, your gut is like your second brain. Your gut controls a lot of what's going on in your body. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you need to be mindful of what you're doing, and you need to be mindful of how your gut works, and do you know what I'm saying? What works against it? You need to know the difference between bacteria and friendly bacteria, like probiotics. Definitely need to be you definitely need to be taking some of those, especially the older you get, vitamins and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, back to me. I had the system of was it yeah cystic lesion on my vocal cord. So about 5 months ago, I had to have an operation to get removed. And at the time, when I'm getting correspondence back from the NHS, I saw a fast track cancer referral. Um, Now I know that that is basically mandatory. They do that with everyone that has that type of surgery. But at the time, it was very scary. And me being fight or flighty and ASD, PSTSD, like I just made the decision there in my head there and then, slightly like this most probably is the big C. And if it is the big C, then I'm just gonna crash out. Yeah, I'm gonna crash out and just burn. And then, do you know what I'm saying? It sounds sad, but yeah, that was kind of my train of thinking. Um, After about 2 months after the operation, I got the results back saying no, it wasn't the big C, and I got the all clear. But after that, it was kind of I built myself up thinking that I was gonna get the bad news, and I kind of had plans of what I was gonna do. Basically, just fuck my life up again. Yeah, but it come back like that, so I made a effort to think. You know what? I need to change my lifestyle. I need to change the kind of stuff that I'm eating. I need to change the times that I'm eating. Before I went to prison, I would be eating anytime. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll be making food at like 12 o'clock at night. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have no pattern, to be fair. I used to just eat when I wanted to. Especially because was going gym at the same time. You get into this thought of, oh, I need gains, I need protein, I need to eat every 2, 3 hours. But for some people, your gut just ain't built like that, man. You're not able to do it. So I learned that late. So nowadays, my last meal's at 7:30, maybe 7 o'clock. Even that's a bit late. After that, I don't eat nothing else. Nothing else. And even then, I still get acid reflux sometimes. But we're learning, we're just tweaking things. But as of now, I've got to stay away from all the spicy foods, all the citrusy kind of foods, you know what I'm saying? Oily foods. A lot of different things trigger me. Gives you a lot of mucus build up and acid reflux, man. But yeah, look after your gut, man. You are what you eat. But I understand that now. Do you know what I mean? Um, what else is there really to talk about? If any of you lot have had any issues revolving your gut, put it down in the comments, innit? This is a topic that not a lot of people talk about, and we should talk about it a lot more. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, people brush over it like veganism and stuff like that, but no one actually talks about your gut health. And yeah, that's something I want to look into a bit more. I know it's had a big effect on me. Um, yeah, man. Even to the point now, I don't know what's going on down there. I'm passing wind all day, every day. It's maybe because I eat beans for breakfast. I'm not sure, but that shouldn't be lasting up all the way into the day. Obviously, I have protein shakes as well. I'm back in the gym. That don't help, but you make little sacrifices, don't you? But obviously, you just got to tidy your act up. Well, I do definitely. Um, yeah, but basically, after I got the news that I haven't got the big C, I had to change my way of thinking. It wasn't doom and gloom no more. So I wanted to think of how am I gonna change. And the number one thing I'd done was giving up smoking, and that's kind of changed the way my appetite for a long time went down. It's picked back up recently, but I just kind of like reorganized my gut. You know what I'm saying? Because before I used to eat every time. No, yeah, before I used to eat, I used to smoke. Straight after, I used to smoke. I used to feel like I needed to smoke to help my food digest, and do you know what I'm saying? And bowel movements, because smoking does affect your gut. It does create bowel movements and stuff like that. So it is true, but it's not necessarily a natural thing. It's something that happens once you become addicted to that substance, whether it's nicotine or cannabis, or I don't know what actually makes the movements, but something definitely happens down there. Yeah, so that was just a quick one. Gut health. I didn't have no notes today, so I apologize if I was waffling a little bit. I'm just talking my truth, and hopefully you lot can relate. Don't forget to get in the comments and let me know how you get along, what your problems are, and what you do to combat it. And once again, if you feel like you've have any of the things that I've spoken about, then chat GPT it, chat to your local GP, and get in front of it, man, because you don't want to end up with your vocal cord burn out. And to be fair with you, it's not just your vocal cord. Your acid reflux, it gets in your mouth. It burnt my tongue at one point, so when I'm tasting food, it was just, I couldn't taste anything. That was the acid reflux. It burns your gums, it burns your teeth, like proper affects you, like orally. So that's one thing that you want to get in front of, because I left it for a very long time, and now I'm trying to improve on stuff that I could have prevented. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so S3 LIDGE, life in this ghetto environment. Mount.
Even when I didn't, Donny thought I bring it with me. Pure shower starts is when the man them see me. They know about the dog, guess I blanks them gimme. Not from the blue, but they know that I'm anti. Ain't got my zoo, then you know that I'm angry. Any disrespect, I'm patrolling at Banji. Big whack trying to send a soul to Jumanji. For a minute, I was low getting man's pee, so I went to plan B. Snow and the man D. Freak and a tug, I got holes on the man's D. If you met P or Chuck, I showed you my family.
Big facts.
I see these patties capping though. Rapping bout-ish, they weren't even that involved.
I see the way you lean back when you lean back the thing. I showed them that, you know.
Cloud chasing, man stop riding batty, bro. I see these patties capping though. Rapping bout-ish, they weren't even that involved.
Cause I see him, I know he's for me as well, you know. I was gonna jump out.
Cloud chasing, man stop riding batty, bro. Call your friends done, you don't know what a done is. Govern my scheme, power, you can ask Adonis. Said a man was just a mouthpiece, if I'm honest. I made OS, they got clout from it. Bush, special, them 5, can't rate nothing else, G, you lost your mind. I thank God I ain't got Fox this time. Never had a big brother, but Fox is mine. What you know about #1 draft picks? Give the green light, and my youngins getting baskets. I rap hard, yeah, I sound like an artist. Don't run up on my car, you might get blasted. They hop back on them fences. Fair game if I hop back in them trenches. Copper shot, fill a man full of pences. Crank it on done like a handful of wrenches. I see these patties capping though. Rapping bout-ish, they weren't even that involved.
I see the way you lean back when you lean back the thing. I showed them that, you know.
Cloud chasing, man stop riding batty, bro. I see these patties capping though. Rapping bout-ish, they weren't even that involved.
Cause I see him, I know he's for me as well, you know. I was gonna jump out.
Cloud chasing, man stop riding batty, bro. Just uniform, work, we're out here, baby.